This one is dedicated to my mother, Theresa Calzetta Garrett Hill. My mother's hands. Elegant, but marked with the corns on her fingers that spoke of curling irons and straightening combs from hours and hours and years of doing hair in her beauty shop. Hands that were wrinkled and red and swollen sometimes from being in dishwater too long without the soothing balm of Vaseline. Hands that coaxed the Creator's voice to surround us as she played the piano and made us hear the swish of angels' wings when she got on her organ. Hands in the doorway of my room when she whispered, "Why didn't you tell me, Charlotte? Why didn't you just tell me?" Hands that held the switch that I had usually had to cut off the tree myself as she reluctantly, it seemed, whipped some sense into my hard head. Hands that kept my hair neat and braided or curled and make sure that my kitchens were always pressed out and shining. Hands that very seldom burnt me, even with all my ducking and dodging that hot comb sizzle. Hands that put sticky mustard plasters on my chest and Vicks Vapor Rub up my nose and rubbed my high temperatures down with alcohol while she soothed my fevered brow over and over with her gentle love touch. Hands that kept our clothes ironed and starched and in brand new Easter duds every year, while she wore the same elegant red cape and suit year in and year out. Hands that tearfully picked the chitlins off the ceiling after the pressure cooker exploded its contents one Sunday morning and hung wriggling surrealistically off her newly painted white ceiling that had the pretty gold flakes mixed in it. Hands that teased us with leftover exotic food like fried grasshoppers and chocolate-covered ants and phallic-looking cow's tongues brought home from the rich white folks' parties she would waitress at every summer with my aunts to help make ends meet at home. Hands that whipped the batter over and over and over and over to make sure that the cakes that she sold were as light as the luscious dinner rolls she was so proud of and that we were always so eager to devour. Hands that taught me to arch my eyebrows and to fold my clothes and which fork was which to use when. Hands that made the inexpensive dress she had found for me to wear to the installation ceremony feel like $1 million by simply pinning one of her brooches on it. Hands that lay limp and pale but elegant still as she took her last breath and settled her face into a smile. My mother's hands, elegant, gnarled, smooth, cracked, rough, moist, strong, limp, soothing, creative, at rest. My mother's hands, hands of love.